Hi, my name's Tony Amore. Hi, my name's Tony Amore. That's a photo of me. It's a documentary I did. It's a Mad World for BBC One. I was on a documentary. It's a Mad World for BBC One for comic relief, and a lot of the money went to Brighter Futures, 2007. For all the good work that Brighter Futures do in the community, helping people, drug addicts and mentally ill people and homeless people and alcoholics and that. So that's another documentary that Martin X did, called Skint series. Martin X filmed me on Mad World. You see that on Martin X's BBC producer on his website. And Martin X BBC producer CV curriculum vitae. So that's a documentary that I did for Brighter Futures in Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire. And Brighter Futures are a bunch of wankers. Trust me. I have nothing to do with them now. Really bad news. Really bad news. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't swear then, did I? Only off. I don't mind saying that about Brighter Futures Housing Association, because I've just been on their website and some other people they've been complaining. They've left a review on their website, Brighter Futures website, a week ago, saying that Brighter Futures are no good and that they're a working couple and they pay the taxes and they're paying the mortgage, and apparently Brighter Futures have put some drug addicts in that accommodation. This is what these people are saying, and it's made their life a living hell, and they're not very happy with Brighter Futures, so which doesn't surprise me. So it's not just me. So there's some lady named Emily. I don't know who Emily is, but thank you for that, Emily. Because I thought it was just me. Petrushka. Petrushka by Igor Stravinsky. Have to bear with me. Again. A, C, D, F and G. Same chord there. And then it goes to E, C and F. Different chord there. Chords there. Goes like that. Oops. A, C, E. So G, B, so two G's there, I suppose. And then it goes. That's it. It goes. And then the glissando. And then I can't see with this. And then A. Thank you very much, Antonio Mori. This is James Smith. James Smith, as you can see on the card. James Smith is a composer. See what it says on the other side. It says composer, arranger and orchestrator. That's what he does. James Smith. Stoke-on-Trent, composer, arranger and orchestrator. So if you want somebody to write your songs, compose your music, you contact James Smith. James Smith Composer at gmail.com. James Smith Composer at gmail.com. And James Smith is a composer, arranger and orchestrator. There you go. Mr. James Smith. And that's it. Such a popular name, James, especially in Staffordshire. A lot of James in Staffordshire. It could be a good thing, or it could be a bad thing. It depends how you look at it. I suppose it's a good thing. That's a photo of me and my guitar. E.L. Norman took this photograph. He's a professional photographer in Newcastle under Lyme. E.L. Norman in Newcastle under Lyme, Staffordshire. And Roger took this photograph. He's a professional photographer and does all kinds of things, weddings, and does stuff for models, women models and male models. He takes photographs and families, and he's a brilliant photographer, professional photographer. You can go in the studio, book time, and E.L. Norman. Roger from E.L. Norman, he photographed Robbie Williams for his portfolio when just before Robbie Williams became famous, and Roger, who's photographed done my photographs. When he photographed Robbie Williams, Robbie Williams took it to Manchester and Manchester or London, whatever it was, and he took his portfolio from E.L. Norman, and that's how he got him to take that. He told Roger that he was going to be famous, and he said he'll have his own Mercedes, and he did. He went on to be famous. A few months later, whatever, 6 months later, he appeared on television, and Roger said, "I know that bloke, took his photographs." So he took mine. Roger's done my photographs for me. Obviously he's very good at what he does. It's another photograph that E.L. Norman did. The people who did Robbie Williams' portfolio, photographic portfolio. And it's a 2-hour photo shoot. Actually, I think it was 3-hour photo shoot I did. Took loads of photographs, loads and loads and loads, and different positions in the studio in Newcastle under Lyme, Staffordshire. So this is for Roger and his son, and that's it. And for Dave, who works for Roger at the photographic studio in Newcastle under Lyme, Staffordshire. Great guys, brilliant guys. So yes, I had that done just after I did the BBC One documentary. It's a Mad World for Comic Relief. It's a Mad World for Comic Relief 2007. So I had this photo shoot done in 2000. I think it was 2008, 2009. It's about 2 years after the documentary. He's done a fabulous job. So that's good. I was very pleased with that. Still am very pleased with them. I might have some more done. I have another photo shoot. That's it. Just like to say thank you to Eddie Hall, the famous weightlifter. I don't need to say thank you, but Eddie Hall, if ever you're listening to this, from Clayton, the famous the weightlifter from Clayton, where I used to live, in Staffordshire, Clayton Village. Eddie Hall, thank you. He was on I think it's called the Portrait Gallery or something, a television programme, and he had his portraiture done, and he was on a few days ago, the heavyweight, what's it called, heavyweight, weightlifting champion, anyway, the world's weightlifting champion, Eddie Hall, H-A-L-L. So I enjoyed that programme. Somebody's painting his portraits, and we're painting Gladys Knight's portrait. It was a good programme on, I think it was on BBC One. I enjoyed that programme, so it's very good. That was on a few nights ago. It's a television series they're doing, painting celebrities, portraits, different celebrities every week. So So now I've calmed down a bit anyway, and I've had a chance to reflect and just collect my thoughts together and get back into some kind of reality. Give myself a little bit of a reality check there. And I just want to say what I said earlier about Brighter Futures Housing Association. I suppose when I think about it, I suppose really when I think when if I give it if I gave it more of a thought, give it more thought about what I said, what I was saying about Brighter Futures Housing Association, when I said those harsh words about them earlier in this film, this wonderful film, this amazing film. I think really perhaps really I shouldn't have said what I said about Brighter Futures Housing Association, and obviously I was a bit angry, I was a bit OTT, you know, over the top and stuff, and I just would like to say to the people who work for Brighter Futures Housing Association, I want some closure on this, on the problems they've inflicted on me, and the only other thing I can say is screw you, Brighter Futures. Thank you.